First pitch moments away in Cleveland. It'll be the Tigers and the Indians. Next. On a lazy Sunday afternoon, what better than baseball to tide you over? From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you for this AL Central Division matchup. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first two games of the series. We'll hear plenty more from the guys moving forward, but before we do, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers, as their order here this afternoon will look like this. And there you see the starting pitcher they'll match up against as you look at his numbers on the right side of your screen. Defensively, the Indians will line up this way. Number 4 will step in for the first time, and as you can see, not the fastest of starts for him this first week of the season. Now a swing and a ground ball, and that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Batting second, third baseman, Stan Pack.
Stan Pack will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Eric, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field here this afternoon. Been a fairly decent start to the year, 3-2 in their first 5. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out, runner on first. He's set, now the pitch. Now he tries to dial back here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 2. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch. Ready with the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Here he comes, 3-1. And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now, 3-2. Here it is. Got him.
Batting third, left fielder, Barry Bonds.
In now, Barry Bonds. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
Welcome to MLB 15, the show. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve Lyons, and this is MLB 15.
This is Eric Karras. Welcome to MLB 15, the show. Hi, everybody. This is Eric Karras. Welcome to MLB 15, the show.
The next pitch. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Ready now on 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And you figure to see that changeup more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, I know he's got that changeup, so I'd better not sit on the fastball too often.
He'll try again, 1-2. And rarely do you see a player of this caliber fool that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Into the box now, Hank Aaron, as he'll swing and pop this one up out in the area of second base. Kent is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Tigers leave 1. It's the Tigers 0. Tribe coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Indians here. Randy Johnson will get the ball to pitch against these guys, and he'll be given the task of really focusing on keeping these guys off the base paths. That means to be successful, he's got to focus on keeping the ball in the strike zone and avoiding the unnecessary walks. And a quick look now at the defensive alignment behind him for Detroit. Al Simmons will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
For the Tribe, designated hitter, Al Simmons.
Here's a fastball that's wrapped out to left center, and this is going to get down for a base hit.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Number 8 will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Cleveland Rock!
First pitch on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike. Eric, you take a look at these guys as they take the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. It's been a slow start as they come in with just 1 win from their first 5 ball games.
And you know, the little things have been a recurring theme on these telecasts for years now, but when you're in a losing streak like this, no matter how minor it is, it always seems like the little things are going the other team's way. That has certainly been the case these last few games.
Bonds is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
And on the mound, He's got to hope he doesn't have to suffer through watching too many more of those off the bat.
Williams.
Ted Williams will get his first opportunity now. Runner still at first with one away. First pitch coming. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And that misses. 1-1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Here's the 1-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
And just judging by that swing, that looked to be a missed hit and run to me. On show track, you can see that that pitch was in the strike zone, so that's a ball that he's got to get some wood on.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here comes the 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Now the pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Now another 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. Might have even been a foul tip that's held on to, but either way, the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Indians there. We've played an inning. No score. Yogi Berra will stand in. He is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Now here's the first pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
He's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And the pitch. Yep. One on the way. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Are you kidding me up?
Here it comes. 2-1. Easy there, big fella. 2-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
2-2 pitch on the way. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a ball hit on the ground for the first baseman, Cabrera. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter,
Elston Howard will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now here it comes. Oh, and he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Here it comes. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Drew is there. 2 down.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
Standing in now, Don Mattingly. as he'll take a changeup here for strike one.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
And now a pitch on the way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch on the way. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's to 2-1 now. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Edgar Martinez will stand in, trying to keep up the hot pace as he's well over 400 here to start the year. And here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Pitch on the way.
Here we go.
0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Davis is right there, 1 down. And with 1 gone now, time for a check of the standings in the American League Central entering today as you get a look at where the Tigers find themselves entering play. Miguel Cabrera will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game. First pitch coming. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing by Cabrera and a ball hit on the ground is short. Throw on to first will take care of Cabrera for the second out.
Batting 6, center fielder, Hack Wilson.
Hack Wilson will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. First pitch coming. And that's in there for strike one. Now the pitch. Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. Bottom of the second here with no score. Here comes a 1-2. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. We'll move to the third with no score. Eric Davis will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike one.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
And the pitch. Man, this ball is smoked down the left field line, but it's going to be a long foul ball as he darn near hit that thing up to the basketball arena. Pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed for strike 3 as they'll need to throw to first here. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Ian Kinsler will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss. First offering on the way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
The 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. The 1-1. And this will be fouled away. Now the 1-2. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Throw on to first takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Number 4 will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch here is popped a mile high into the air. This is way up there, but playable on the infield. And Cabrera will make the catch to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Jeff Kent will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Now the first pitch. Now a swing on the first pitch as he sends this one out to the second baseman Kinsler, and on one pitch he's retired.
Hey, a nice little Sunday hop right there, and on Sunday, no less. He takes care of his man easily at first base.
Stepping in now, Drew. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike. All right, Cleveland.
1-0 on the way.
Here we go.
1-1.
Playing 11, 1-1.
Now here it comes. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. And this is knocked down on the mound. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here.
Yeah, and you know, I think a pitcher's first reaction on a comebacker is to duck, get out of the way. And then when you finally figure out you're a major leaguer, your second reaction is to actually field the ball. And sometimes you can get caught between the two. But this is good awareness right here to know where this ball is, not panic, and still get the out.
So here's Joe Mauer. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Into the seats, and it's gone. So it's a solo shot off the bat of Joe Mauer as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
Just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
In now, Al Simmons. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Lined into left center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, I think they've seen enough of this guy for the weekend. He's absolutely eating them alive, and he's at it again as he drives this one for 2 bases.
Number 8 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first offering. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. He waits. Now the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul for strike two. He's set. Now the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. Indians are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We played 3 full. It's now 1-0 Cleveland. Stan Hack will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Stan Hack.
Here's the first offering. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike one.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Here's the 1-2. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
Kind of a double-edged sword right there. He wants to bounce a curveball to get a swing through, and he gets it, but then he's got to worry about that ball maybe getting away. Fortunately, that's a nice play to keep it close and get the runner out at first.
Into the box now, Barry Bonds, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one.
Get me out here! Come on!
The 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Here comes the 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he misses ball 4.
First walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just one hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Hank Aaron will dig in. He popped out his first time. Pause, now the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. The 1-0 home. Comes back with a bullet of a fastball. That's in there, 1-1. So 1-1. Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool the guy. It's 1-2.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
Let's go, Indians.
The 1-2 with one away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Runners on first with 1 down. 2-2. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
This has been a real nice series for him so far. That's 6 strikeouts right now in this series alone. Man, that's a rough weekend at the ballpark.
Into the box, Yogi Berra, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. He's ready now. The pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. A runner on first with 2 away. The next 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Comes set, now the pitch. And that's taken outside for a ball, so he's worked it back to 2-2 now.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Here he comes on 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. 1 left for Detroit. They're down 1-0. Ted Williams will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th.
Left fielder, Ted Williams.
First pitch on the way. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Aaron has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now the first pitch. This is foul right side. One out, nobody on. The pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride out there, and I don't think he was going to be thinking about 3 anyway, but you see the ball pop up and over the wall, so he'll stop at second with the ground rule double.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's set. Now the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Cabrera for the second out.
And you know, against a lot of second basemen, this is going to be an infield single. But watch how he fields this thing and then maneuvers his body into a good throwing motion and unloads it quickly to get his man.
Standing in now, Hack Wilson, as he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Has a look, now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
He's ready, now the pitch. Now he takes something off there as this is skied out to deep center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Indians leave one, but they lead it 1-0. Elston Howard will make his way towards the box to lead off the fifth.
The designated hitter, Elston Howard.
First pitch coming. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And now a pitch on the way. Grounded foul. Now the pitch. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Here's another 1-2. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, he hasn't made too many mistakes on the mound so far, but hitting a guy here with 2 strikes is definitely not something he was trying to do.
Don Mattingly will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now here's the first pitch. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Don't expect him to forget throwing inside. Even after the hit by pitch, he just won't start giving in to guys out there.
Now the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And his command is starting to desert him a little bit here. You hate to hit a guy and then follow that up by falling behind the next hitter, but that's what we're seeing.
2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and tide is not working in his favor.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
First and second now after the walk, and they haven't gotten much going offensively against this guy at all. So this is about as good an opportunity as they've had.
Eric Davis will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
And here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. From the belt, the pitch. And, a little slippery back there as Mauer lets this ball get away from him. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, and that's the trifecta out there. He's already had a hit by pitch. He walked a guy, and now a wild pitch here in the same inning. Not exactly one for the time capsule, I don't think.
And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. And the throw goes to first for the out, but that'll be enough to get the run home as they pull back to even at 1-1.
Yeah, with the runner going on contact right there, this is going to be an RBI ground out as he's in to score and tie this game up.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Nail that runner.
1-0 pitch now. 2-0 now.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Now the 2-0 home. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
All right, you can do it.
Here comes the 3-0. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. And this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. And he's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Number 4 will dig in. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. From the stretch. And this ball is smoked down the left field line, but it's going to be a long foul ball as he darn near hit that thing up to the basketball arena. He waits, now the pitch. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
Stan Hack will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game. And you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
1-0.
Ball one.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
One 0. Ball two.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Let's keep him right there.
2-0 count, the pitch. Outside and low, 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
Knock one in there. Let's go.
3-0 is on the way. Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now.
That might take the anxiety away for the moment, but he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing it.
Let's go, Greg.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. The 3-2 pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. Williams is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Tigers get just the one. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied at 1-1. Jeff Kent will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Jeff Kent.
Now here's the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Ball one. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here's the lefty's offering on 1 and 2. Swing, hard hit ball to second. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1.
Now batting, number 10.
Drew will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch to him. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
1 run, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Now the 0-1 is right back past him on the mound, and it's going to keep on going into center field. It's a base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Joe Mauer will see if he can do it again. He homered his first time around. First offering on the way. In there, no balls and a strike.
No ball. One strike. Looking good, Indians.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Comes set, now the pitch. And this is popped high in the air back behind short.
Drop it, drop it.
Number 4 backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Al Simmons will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Come on, Indians.
First pitch coming.
Here we go.
Inside with a first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Here's a 1-0.
We rock.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Come on.
Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Oh, and he dialed that one down and got him to swing through it. It's 1-2 now.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Here we go.
Now a ball lined towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
In now, number 8. The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And this is knocked down on the mound. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. Indians strand a couple. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Barry Bonds will stride in here to get the Tigers started in their half of the 6th.
Barry Bonds.
Here's the first pitch to him. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. On the way. Trying to keep the ball down here as this one finds the knees for strike 1. The 1-1 home. And he shows him the breaking ball for the second time in the at-bat and gets it to 1-2.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Again, a 1-2. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Hank Aaron waits on deck.
Go get him.
Full count pitch on its way. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Hank Aaron will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Action going on now in the Indians' bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. Here's the first offering. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Here's the 1-0. No offer at the curveball either. It's 2-0.
Now he's going to get a visit from his catcher just to make sure he's all right. But this might actually be more of a stall tactic here. I mean, his pitch count, it's starting to get up there, so this might just be to buy a little time for that bullpen.
Maybe trouble now. Here's the 2-0. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Now batting.
Well, this ball doesn't get too far away from home plate, so that makes the catcher have to make a decision. And he decides to try to force it in there at second base, but he winds up throwing it away.
Stepping in now, Yogi Berra, as he'll take a first pitch curveball right down the middle for strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
He's set, now the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, curveball, then change up here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
Mauer sets up. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Here comes a 2-2. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Ready with another 2-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Elston Howard will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time.
Don't let him score!
Now the first pitch. Hit sharply, but caught down there at third. Had him played perfectly that time, and there are 2 gone now.
And he's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Don Mattingly will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Here's the first offering. And that misses, ball 1. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Now the 1-0 pitch. Up top, it's 2-0.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
2 men are on with 2 men out. The 2-0 on the way. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up, all tied at 1-1. Ted Williams will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
Ted Williams.
First pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Now the veteran deals on 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. Turned out to be a good take.
The 2-2. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. Another try at 2-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 2-2 coming. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Edgar Martinez will step in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch coming. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
The next pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. The 1-2. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. Aaron is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
And this is a tough read for an outfielder off the bat because the ball's taken the other way and deep. He makes up the difference quickly and is able to range back into the corner and make the play.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And with that, that'll push his hit streak to a modest 6 games.
Wilson.
Hack Wilson will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Now here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Two out with the man at first. He's set. Now the pitch. And he misses with it. 1-1.
We're playing 11. 1-1.
Here's the 1-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Mattingly has got it, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Tribe. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here in Cleveland, all square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Eric Davis will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And here's the first pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Now the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Now the rookie deals on 1-2. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. But it'll kick off the scoreboard out there in left. He'll take the turn and head for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, man, I tell you, I thought that ball was out of here. And this would have given him a lead, but it's going to wind up hitting off the wall out there. And now just a base hit has the potential to push him out front here late in the game.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here. Bill Henry will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Bill Henry.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Comes set, now the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss as Kinsler's down quickly now, 0-2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Has a look, now the pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Here comes the 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Into the box now, number 4, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well, I think the wheels may start to turn just a little bit now. This was not the greatest swing in the world, to be sure. But at least now the go-ahead run moves over to third base, so that'll set up an interesting situation right here.
Stan Hack will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Strikeout, man! Come on, get the easy out.
Now the first pitch. And he gets ahead with a screwball that's in there for strike one.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Let's get him down right here.
From the stretch. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1.
Here we go.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Mauer sets up. Here's the 1-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a cold strike 2.
Let's go, Cleveland.
Now the 1-2. Screwball, but he lays off, and now the count evens at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Now a ball hit hard towards center. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that.
It's time for the
Tigers leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Jeff Kent will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Jeff Kent. Fans, the Indians are asking you to help them fill the house for charity. Every Wednesday this season, the Indians will showcase a local non-profit group. Not only will participating charities get their message across, but a portion of ticket sales will go directly to that charity. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit Indians.com.
Now here's the first pitch. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Now here's the pitch. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And look out as this bat shatters on impact. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Well, I'll tell you, that bat is just miserable. I mean, I think the bat finally just said, look, I've had enough.
Standing in now, Drew. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Pitch on the way. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Joe Mauer will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
Let's go one more time, baby.
First pitch to him. Too low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. Aaron is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. Still tied 1 apiece. Barry Bonds will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First offering on the way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
They've already walked him twice already, so I wouldn't be surprised if they worked around him again.
The 1-0 pitch. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
A 2-1 offering. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here's the 2-2 offering. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. And not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. 2 very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. Hank Aaron will stand in now, hoping to get on track, as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Here it comes. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Boy, he's taking on the heart of the lineup and going right through it like they weren't even there. That's back-to-back strikeouts now to the number 3 and 4 hitters, and he's making it look easy.
Into the box, Yogi Berra. as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
And now a pitch on the way. This ball will be chopped foul. And the pitch. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Al Simmons will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Designated hitter, Al Simmons.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Now the pitch. And this is hit hard up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
Man, he is wearing them out. He's got himself a 4-for-4 afternoon.
Number 8 will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. Here's the first offering. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, and it gives the Indians a 3-1 lead. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Edgar Martinez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground at first. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Miguel Cabrera will dig in. He singled his last time around. Swung on and missed for the first strike. He's ready. Now the pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. Look at this. What a flip for 1. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Oh, what a great effort right there just to get an out on this play. You see him lay out to get the ball, then make a good flip to the bag to get the force at second. Wow, that's nicely done.
Wilson will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Now a swing and a ground ball, and he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and that'll push the lead up to 3 here in the 8th. Jeff Kent will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. Now the relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Number 10.
Drew will stand in, the 8th batter in the inning, as he'll get a shot with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch coming. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Tigers. It's now 4-1 in favor of the Indians. Number 35 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 35.
Elston Howard will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now.
He's having a little trouble finding the strike zone here to start off the inning, and it's a long road back from 3-0.
The 3-0. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Here he comes on 3-1. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Here's the full count offering. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
When you're down by a handful of runs, a leadoff walk is a definite blessing. If nothing else, it's a good first step towards trying to get back in this ball game.
Don Mattingly will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first offering. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow by guys when you need to.
Comes set, now the pitch. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. Drew is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Eric Davis will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Okay, pitcher.
First pitch on the way. Now here's a ball hit high and deep out to left center field. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat.
Sometimes when you're facing the bottom third of an order, hey, just run it up there. Let him hit it. This is now back-to-back flyouts, and he hasn't had to work all that hard to get him.
Ian Kinsler with the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch coming. Lays off 1-0. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a 1-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
1-0 on the way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
You know, I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. And now this crowd of around 24,000 supporters come to their feet. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here's the 2-2 home. swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have finished off a 3-game sweep here on home soil as this one is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one.
Good morning, baseball fans. A great weekend of baseball has concluded, and we're set for a new week of games. But first, here's what happened around the league on Sunday. In the AL Central, the Detroit Tigers were in Cleveland to play the Indians, and it was Cleveland who was victorious. The score was 4-1. At the moment, the Indians are atop the AL Central, 1 game ahead of second. The Twins were on the south side of Chicago to take on the White Sox, and it was the White Sox who crushed the opposition 8-0. Wes Farrell was dominant throughout the game, tossing a complete game one-hitter for the win. Heading into today, the White Sox are leading the American League Central, 1 game ahead of second. The Twins are third in the division, 1 game out of first. The Kansas City Royals paid visit to the OC to take on the Halos at Angel Stadium. The Royals came away with the win. The final was 9-6. As of today, the Angels are in first place in the AL West. They have a small game-and-a-half advantage over second. The Royals sit in fourth place in the American League Central Division. They're 2 games back. The Bo Sox took on the rival Yankees in New York, and it was the Yankees who came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. Carlos Gonzalez had a huge day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3. Looking at the standings, the Yankees sit in second place in the American League East Division, 3 games back. The Red Sox are second in the division, 3 games back. The Toronto Blue Jays were in Baltimore to match up against the Orioles, and Baltimore was victorious. The score was 6-5. The Orioles center fielder, number 1, was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Right now, the Orioles are leading the AL East. They have a 3-game cushion. The Blue Jays are 4th in the division. They trail first by 4 games. The Seattle Mariners were at O.co Coliseum to take on the A's. Seattle was victorious. The final was 12-7. Harmon Killebrew was a major force at the plate as he drove in 4. At the moment, the A's sit in 4th place in the American League West, 2.5 games out of first. The Mariners are at the bottom of the division, 3 games back. The Houston Astros paid visit to North Texas to match up against the Rangers, and it was the Rangers who came away victorious. The final score was 9-2. Heading into today, the Rangers are in second place in the AL West, only a game and a half back. The Astros are third in the division. They're 2 games back. The Mets paid visit to the ATL to take on the Braves, and it was the Mets who came out on top, 7-0. Lefty Grove twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound for the victory. The Tampa Bay Rays headed down to the south to do battle with their in-state rivals, the Miami Marlins, and it was the Rays who came out on top. The final was 1-0. Robin Roberts gave the bullpen a day off, turning in a complete game effort in the win. Roger Clemens twirled 8 solid innings, allowing only 1 earned run, yet still came away with the loss on the mound. The Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division, 5 games back. The Nationals paid visit to the city of brotherly love to match up with the Phils, and it was the Phillies who came out on top. The final score was 13-4. Terry Kennedy blasted 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total in the process. The Phillies starting pitcher, number 33, was victorious on the mound, turning in an impressive 13-strikeout performance. The Cardinals paid visit to the Reds at Great American Ballpark, and it was Cincy who came away victorious. The final was 3-0. Tom Glavine was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. Looking at the standings, the Reds are atop the NL Central, 1 game ahead of second. The Cardinals are at the bottom of the division. They're 2 games back. The Pirates paid visit to the Brew Crew at Miller Park in Milwaukee, and the Brewers came away with the win, 6-1. Walter Johnson earned the victory on the hill, tossing a complete game gem. Right now, the Brewers are in first place in the NL Central, 1 game ahead of second. The Pirates are third in the division, 1 game out of first. The Dodgers were in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks, and it was the Dodgers who came out on top. The score was 8-5. Vladimir Guerrero led the charge offensively with 3 RBIs in the contest. As of today, the Diamondbacks are in first place in the NL West. They have a small game-and-a-half advantage over second. The Dodgers are atop the division. They have a small game-and-a-half advantage over second. The Cubs were in Denver to take on the Colorado Rockies, and the Rockies cruised their way to a win, 8-0. Gaylord Perry was dominant throughout the game, tossing a complete game 1-hitter for the win. At the moment, the Rockies sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're 2 games back. The Cubs sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, 1 game out of first. The Giants visited the Friars in downtown San Diego, and it was the boys from San Fran who collected the W in this one, 8-0. Jack Powell was dominant throughout the game, tossing a complete game 1-hitter for the win. Heading into today, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division, 2.5 games out of first. The Giants are third in the division, only a game and a half back. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.